All right, run that back. All right, I was on the wrong freaking screen. All right, this week of Destiny, what we got? It's the week of the 12th, 2025, June. This week in Destiny, we have exciting updates about the Rite of the Nine, continued hands-on previews of the Edge of Fate, and more. So they're going to talk about the Nonary engrams and the Rite of the Nine. More of the Edge of Fate previews, bounties info for preppers, and I just said that. I just said something about bounties make a comeback. Let's talk about Iron Banner Gambit bounty for good starts tomorrow. All right, Rite of the Nine rewards update. This week is the second in rotation of Prophecy, which means those delving in and fighting the Taken will earn increased currency rewards, additional weapon drops from enemy kills. So take the chance and farm those rolls you are craving. All right. Repeat, increased currency and increased additional weapon drops. They ain't say increase, they just said additional. When the third dungeon when the third dungeon completes rotation, we enter a new phase in the Rite of the Nine starting June 17th. All three dungeons will be available to play at any time. During that week, all three have increased currency drop. After that, each dungeon will rotate weekly and have a week of increased rewards. Check the calendar below. So repeat. So week of June 17th, all the dungeons will be available, and during that week, the currency will be dropping extra. All right. Calendar shows from the 15th, from now through the 15th of July, completing all encounters in any Rite of the Nine dungeon and a single run will reward extra drops from the final boss. Completing all the encounters in the Rite of the Nine dungeon at Eternity or Ultimatum difficulty in a single run will reward an armor piece. These are on a knockout list. Each clear will grant a new armor piece until you've completed your set. From June 17th until June 24th, increased currency drops will be active for all dungeons. Repeat, from June 17th until June 24th, increased currency drops will be active for all dungeons. From June 24th until July 8th, all dungeons are available, and one will have increased currency rewards and a chance for weapons to drop from enemy kills, as well as increased loot from the final boss chest when completing all encounters in the featured dungeon. This means no farming single encounters anymore. So you'll get increased drops when you do an entire run. I'm not gonna say it doesn't mean you can't farm the encounter, but you'll get increased drops if you do a completion of a full run. So they're trying to encourage people to play the entirety of the activity. Week of June 24th, Spire. Week of July 1st goes to the Deep, and week of July 8th, Prophecy. Okay. New, starting on June 24th, the Emissary will offer a handful of exotics for players looking to round out their exotic weapon arsenal. More will be added each week through the Edge of Fate launch. No further details on that, I'm guessing. Maybe it's down in the paragraph below, but from July 8th, I read that. No, from July 8th until July 15th, Lootapalooza will begin. Increased currency rewards and weapon drops from enemies in all dungeons. New, even more increased loot from the final boss chest when completing all encounters. All right, introducing Nonary engrams. Starting on July 1st, a new item will be available in the Emissary, Nonary engrams. The engram is filled to the brim with hand-picked cosmetic rewards spanning multiple years of Destiny 2 content. Some are newer, like hollow chips, while some are a blast from the past, like Crimson Days emotes. So how do you actually earn these? Starting July 1st, players may purchase Nonary engrams using 350 Nonary manifolds as the Emissary, up to 20 during Rite of the Nine. At the Emissary, I'm sorry. Starting July 8th, players will be awarded one additional Nonary engram each day just for signing in. Just be sure to claim it from the Emissary. With the Edge of Fate just around the corner, we're very excited to close out the Rite of the Nine with a bang. See you out there, Guardians. All right. Speaking of the Edge of Fate, another week, another bunch of videos by creators that visited us at Bungie HQ at the end of May. And play the Edge of Fate before its release. Be mindful if you want to dig into our next expansion without knowing a single bit of what's going on, as if they don't spoil any story content. They share a lot about new systems, weapons, and more. For starters, Dado has been answering some questions, some burning questions. We will always take tough inquiries, and we will be there to answer them. But may we suggest buying a spotlight to soften the ambience a bit? All right, they're joking. So yeah, you got Dado, you got Mr. Raffles, you got Maddox, you got who is this right here? I don't Benny, my bad. Sorry. You got Frost, I believe, if not mistaken. But who the hell is this at the bottom? Oh, Walla. You got Walla. You got a lot of people, guys. So there's a list from one of the previous TWABs. I'll throw it up here on the screen. Those are all your content creators. I'm not sure if they're putting them in the list here. I don't see it. But yeah, there's a list up on the screen. Go check them out. See what videos they got popping out about new detailed information. I'll try to go through and pick through some of the stuff as time goes on, but I only stream twice a week, so there might be a little there. But we'll see. Maybe I'll make some videos of that off to the side. Bounties, 2 gear experts, and a shooting range. As with any of our yearly expansions, bounties will be receiving an update alongside the Edge of Fate. Many bounties, such as destination bounties, will continue to exist in their current form as a way for players to get XP while exploring the EDZ, Dreamer City, and other areas. Others, such as armor synthesis bounties on Ada, will receive a small update to help players earn progress across activities in the portal. To help players avoid loss of XP, Glimmer, or rewards, we are providing a quick list of bounties that will be removed with Destiny 2 Update 9.001. We recommend redeeming all bounties before July 15th. All right, destination bounties, EDC, Cosmodrome, Nessus, the Dreaming City, Moon, Europa, Throne World, Neomuna, Eternity, Clan bounties, armor synthesis bounties. Those are all staying. Note that they are changing a bit for the armor synthesis bounties, but they are staying. The ones that are leaving, Trials of Osiris, Gunsmith, and Episodic Vendors. All right, so that's the usuals, I guess. Not super surprised about the Trials of Osiris ones or the Gunsmith ones, because nobody's been using Banshee's bounties in quite some time, and I believe all these other ones are ones people kind of like stock up before a new expansion or season comes out. So it's a shame. I think Banshee's bounties were as well, but I guess they're probably going to be reworking those at some capacity. Gear experts with new duties. Ada one of the greatest fashion vendors, is getting. I guess she is. I've never noticed. I have all that armor. Is getting new duties with the Edge of Fate launches. When Edge of Fate launches, don't worry, she'll be keeping bounties available so players can earn the necessary materials to unlock armor customization currencies. But they have been simplified, removing activity-specific requirements and introducing flexible, activity-agnostic objectives for optional pathways and progression modifiers. With one exception, raid and dungeon bounties will remain as they are. Okay. 801 will also provide a way for players to focus exotic armors at the launch of the Edge of Fate, as we announced last week. Players will be as we announced last week, players will be given an amount of currency to focus armor pieces with a specific stat package as they embark on their new journey into the Year of Prophecy. Note, players must play Destiny 2 before July 15th to receive these currencies. Hop in today to start getting ready for launch. Is that in the game right now? Let's go. No. Screenshot from a development build. Boo. Our Forgeful Gunsmith Banshee will also receive an update so he can help Guardians round out their collections with legacy gear. If there are any legacy weapons you've been looking for to complete your arsenal, you are a new player and in need of initial gear, you are simply looking for a handful of weapons to start with in the Edge of Fate Desire perk rolls. Banshee will offer legacy weapons for purchase. All these will cost a small amount of enhancement cores and Glimmer. Shooting range will be available day 1. Perfect. I don't need to read that and go into any craziness right then and there. Shooting range will be available day 1. Iron Banner and the Edge of Fate. When the Edge of Fate launches on July 15th, Iron Banner will be on a hiatus for a time. Boo. All right. Those of you who are looking to scratch the Crucible itch will still have a variety of other game modes. For starters, Heavy Metal will be coming back, and in the event in an event in the future, also on July 29th, Trials of Osiris will have new weapons and armor, yada, 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 yada. Nobody care about that shit. All right. Who plays Trials? Let's be real. Hunters. All right. Jesus. Cutting Edge allows only feathered seasonal. Who cares about that crap, man? And they got the new game mode for specific weapons and stuff like that. All right. I do. Nobody cares about it. You don't care about that shit. You want that ship. That's all it is. All right. Bounty for good starts tomorrow. Okay, so here's the charity that they're doing this time around. Join us on Friday, June 13th at 9 a.m. Pacific time in the Crucible and on Bungie Foundation Twitch channel for some PvP pandemonium and your first crack at earning the new bounty emblem faster than light. We'll be matching the UK and the US West Coast servers. We're diving into the Crucible this time as a fire team of 2, which means we've got room for 4 fearless guardians on the Foundation team in every match. Whether you're teaming up with us or trying to wipe the floor with us, this is your chance to flex your skills, rep the community, and cause some beautiful chaos in the name of a good cause. Every match win, loss, or Shaxx approved spectacle supports our Pride Month partners at It Gets Better, who strive to uplift, empower, and connect LGBTQIA+ youth around the globe. Think you can outplay the Bungie Foundation? Prove it. Want to help lead us to victory? Let's go. Let's see. The winning side takes home bragging rights in a faster than light. Grab your favorite loadout, and we'll see you in the Crucible. So that's dope. Oh, I like that emblem. I like that emblem. Will that be all week? I know it's on Friday. Okay, we might hop into that joint. We available. We can try to get in that thing. We might stalk that thing. All right. I got some pent up energy to get about in my system for these Bungie employees. All right, Bungie Day 2025 is just around the corner. Our annual campaign launches on the 7th, 7/25. And when it comes around, our second annual 7th column Chaos PvP tournament, 16 teams enter, 1 team emerges victorious with immense bragging rights and maybe something shiny. Our fearless captains have been announced on the socials, and the full team draft will take place during the Bungie Bounty stream on June 13th. Be there, and maybe you'll catch a sneak peek at some incentives during this year's campaign. All right, and then that's it. We had the player support part, known issues, all the usual stuff. The Ascension aspect isn't working with a certain armor mods and stuff like that, so that keep that in mind. Rhyme code's still broken, enhanced recycle still broken, the champ title still broken, and the usuals in that same spot. Like always, go check out the artist of the week, and the movie of the week. Cool ass content creators. We'll watch some of that stuff off to the side. You got Stacy Blepp via Twitter and X, and then you got, they don't tell the name of the person who made that video. That sucks. And then Steal This Look. Let's have some fashion recommendation today, shall we? Warlock, steal this look when you put on your prismatic and spirit of synthesis build. Embrace your inner Titan without having to wear moon-sized pauldrons. I'll look for it. I'll see what it looks like, and then we'll do some color variation of that. Today's Thursday. That's gonna be it for me. Wrap it up. The final lines of the TWID. Winners of this week's drop your Bungie IDs in your submission so we can grant you those emblems. And the TWID is done. Each week we'll shed more light on changes coming with the Edge of Fate, and we'll monitor your feedback. Only a few more weeks. You can test it on your own and set foot on Kepler. Experience the start of a new saga for yourself. What a summer this will be. Destiny 2 community team. All right. That's a good one. Good ender. I'll see y'all in the next one. It's Thursday. Y'all have a good one.